So I want to give you guys a real quick update video about the Dragon Ball Super English dub and answer some questions that you may have about the censorship and the television broadcast airings of the series. First and foremost, the time slot for Dragon Ball Super is on Cartoon Network / Adult Swim / Toonami, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same network pretty much. They're different entities, but they're part of the same network at 8 p.m. Eastern and at 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and both airings of Super are the same episode. So you're not getting two episodes that are like 1 and 2, 3 and 4. You're getting episode 1 and then a repeat later that night. Then the next week, episode 2, and so on and so forth. So I want to clarify that for everybody, okay? It's the same episode. Number 2, it's the same exact episode, meaning that the 8 p.m. time slot version is not censored. It is not any different than the one that airs at 11:30. Hercule's name is Mr. Satan. Master Roshi is making jokes about getting dirty magazines. It is the uncensored, uncut Dragon Ball Super. It's the one that aired in Japan, just obviously dubbed in English, so you're not going to get any actual like censorship that we were getting back in the day with DBZ. That's not the case here, and the reason for that is the time slot. Because they're airing these shows late into the evening, there's no reason for it to really be censored, okay? Now, if Dragon Ball Super was airing at 5 p.m. weekday afternoons, then it is possible that if it aired in that time slot, it would indeed be censored, and you would have all of the porn jokes, and the Mr. Satan would be Hercule. All that stuff will be censored. Now, I do know for a fact that there is a censored version of Super that Funimation has in stock. And the reason for that's because if Dragon Ball Super ever gets syndicated onto a future network, whether it be Nicktoons or Toonzai or anywhere where the standards and practices of the network may be different than those from Cartoon Network, then yes, they still have that audio of Mr. Satan's name being Hercule for those networks. So that still exists in the future. They don't know if they may or may not ever even need that, but it's always going to be there just in case they get a deal. So as of right now, the version of Dragon Ball Super that's going to be airing on TV is the one you're probably going to get with the Blu-rays, and we should all be happy about that we're not getting, blood censorship and things like that like we did back in the 90s. Dragon Ball Super itself does not have that much blood, and the reason for that's because, and people have been asking this all the time, so I'm going to give you the answer again. It's because in Japan, the standards for blood on television and violence have changed. Dragon Ball Super will never be as gory as Dragon Ball Z. In fact, very few anime in that Sunday morning time slot in Japan will be that violent because of the standards changes. So don't expect Super to ever be that violent, but it'll still be violent, but it won't be gory and, you're not going to get like Berserk or anything like that. You're not going to get Ninja Scroll out of it, okay? That's not what Dragon Ball is about anyways. Like, if you're watching Dragon Ball for the blood, dude, you know how many other anime are out there that are way bloodier than Dragon Ball? Like, a lot, alright? So, let's talk about the ratings for the first weekend broadcast. The viewership, Dragon Ball Super's 8 p.m. time slot got 1.063 million viewers. Dragon Ball Super's 11:30 time slot, though, was the winner with 1.3 million viewers, and Kai did 1.124 million. I'm really happy about that Kai number because I know there wasn't a lot of interest from what I was seeing about the Kai Buu saga, but people stuck around. People wanted to see that, and I'm happy they did, and I hope they stick with it because I really enjoyed that dub. But 1.3 million for Dragon Ball Super's premiere is a pretty good number based on the time slot and based on the fact that, it's just starting out. I do think that with time, people will start picking up on the series and so on and so forth. When it comes to Japan, though, Dragon Ball Super is still doing very well in the 6s and 7s. It's going to keep going for a long time. I already did the video about why Super's not going to end. Unless this universe survival arc completely tanks, which I don't think it will based on the promotion and based on the stakes. Unless this thing completely tanks, Super will continue because it's generating way too much revenue for Toei. It is a money-making product, okay? Dragon Ball makes money. Now, another question I've seen come up is Dragon Ball Super going to air in seasons, or is it going to be all the way through? I'm trying to get an answer for you guys. I know that I was told, though, that the future Trunks arc dubbed is not going to air until sometime next year, unless something changes in Cartoon Network, which is very possible. As far as I know, it's going to be a weekly show, and it may in fact have breaks. We do know that when it was initially announced, they said it was going to be like season 1 would be 26 episodes, 27 episodes. That may be the case, and then Super may go on hiatus as far as the dub goes, but I don't know if that's the case yet. I think it will depend on how the ratings do, because they might want to bring it back quickly. It all depends on what Cartoon Network wants to do. But as of right now, enjoy the show. Also, people have been asking me, what about the Blu-rays for Kai and for Super? I do not have an answer. Once I do get one, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Facebook, facebook.com/geekdom101, and I will give you... I promise you I'll tell you once I find out when the Blu-rays are coming out. I know some of you guys want those. I want them for sure for both Kai and Super. They're going to come. It's just a matter of it happening. But right now I don't know. Also, another question I've seen is, where can I watch Dragon Ball Super if I don't have cable, if I don't have Cartoon Network? Where can I watch this dub? Unfortunately, as of this recording, and this may change in the next few days or next few weeks, and if it does, I will do a video updating it. So subscribe if you haven't. Remember to do that. If I get the information, I'll let you know. But right now, as far as we know, there is no legal website that has Dragon Ball Super dub streaming. Crunchyroll and Funimation now both have the subtitled version, but if you're looking to watch it in English, it is not available online legally as of this recording. However, I do believe that Funimation.com, Funimation Now, and their streaming service will get it at some point in the near future. This is entirely dependent on the contract they signed with Cartoon Network / Toonami. That's what it comes down to. I don't have the contract in front of me, but that's pretty much what it comes down to. Because if Cartoon Network and Toonami and the whole Adult Swim company, if they said you can't stream this till after we air the episode, or you can't stream it till after we air the season, or you can't stream it till such and such date, they just can't do it. It's just a contract that was signed. That's how it works in the television industry. Like I said before, guys, I have friends in TV, so I'm exposed to this kind of stuff all the time, and I don't know. I don't have that information yet. If I get it, I will make a video on it. I'm going to try to get it. I'm actually going to try to get it like this week, and I'll let you know. But anyways, that's what I got for you. I hope this video answered some questions. Please spread this video out to anybody who may be curious about the Dragon Ball Super dub and has questions that they don't know, or questions about how to watch it. This is the best information that I have for you. And again, though, if I find out where you can stream it legally, or if I find out Funimation has it on their website, I'll definitely put the links and let you know. So that's it. That's all I got for you. Thank you again for watching the channel, Geekdom 101. It means so much to me. And spread the word out about the channel. Legitimate, 100% authentic Dragon Ball news here. That's what I do. Plus, I do historical videos, Star Wars videos. I talk about stuff like I clear up bullshit in our community and misconceptions and lies, and that's what I do here. And I also give history lessons to those of you who want to know more about Dragon Ball lore. So, thank you so very much. Talk to you later.